The letter. The day the letter arrived, I was due in court on the intricate case of Melchett versus the Vatican, which was coming to a delicate and potentially explosive stage. The letter then came as a welcome diversion, and I tipped the delivery boy out of the window with more than ordinary generosity. The letter read as follows: If Mr. John Lawson Particle will travel immediately to Transylvania as the honored guest of Count Dracula to personally advise His Excellency on a matter of great legal delicacy, Mr. Lawson Particle will be handsomely remunerated. He is to bring on his journey no garlic, no crucifixes, no wooden stakes. Neither is he to look up in a dictionary the word vampire. It seemed innocent enough. The journey across Central Europe passed smoothly enough. Prudence had demanded that I leave her behind, so I traveled alone. I had picked up a little German on a previous visit, and he and I met up again at Regensburg. 4 days later saw me standing at the gates of Castle Dracula, weary and travel-stained. Night was just falling as I knocked on the mighty oaken door and heard the answering echoes ring through the castle. After what seemed a cliché, iron bolts were drawn back, the portal swung open, and Count Dracula's manservant stood before me. Of all the hideous spectacles I have ever beheld, those perched on the end of this man's nose remain forever pasted into the album of my memory. Bowing low, this hideously disfigured wretch introduced himself. Springsteen, sir. At your servile. He showed me into a waiting room. And vanished. Presently he returned with his master. Ah, Mr. Lawson Particle, welcome to Castle Dracula. Dinner is in half an hour. Springsteen will show you to your room. We can leave business until tomorrow. Tell me, what blood type are you? A. I said, what blood type are you? Oh, I said, B. I passed a fitful night in my vast bedroom. Below me, I could hear the Count's footsteps echoing in the hallway. The wind whistled all through the night, and other Welsh hymns. I arose early, made my toilet, sat on it, and then came down to breakfast. It was a dreary morning. The greatest excitement I had to look forward to was the prospect of a total eclipse of the sun, which was expected during the afternoon. When the time came for the eclipse, I sat in the study and watched through a fragment of smoked glass as the moon slid slowly across the surface of the sun and darkness shrouded the earth. I started at a sound behind me. By the dim light of a candle, I could see that it was Count Dracula, my client. He seemed a little excited. A tendril of spaghetti appeared to be protruding from either side of his mouth. Why, good afternoon, Count, I cried. I wasn't expecting you until this evening. Have you come to enjoy the spectacle? Spectacle? The solar eclipse. He looked out of the window. Solar eclipse? Yes, it's the first total eclipse I've ever seen. Exciting, isn't it? Oh, shit. Is there something wrong, Count? You look a little unwell. How much longer is it going to last? He cried, and I could see fear in his blood-red eyes. Well, it's just ending now, I replied. Look at that. Splendid, isn't it? I turned in time to watch the moon moving slowly away from the sun, and light once more flooding the scene. Have you ever seen anything so... Oh, Count? But he had disappeared, leaving his cape behind him. In his hurry, he must have upset the ashtray on the floor beside it. I never saw him again.